I'm here to share a story from the heart of our struggle against apartheid, one that shines a light on the power of women in our fight for freedom. This tale, The Unyielding Spirit, Women of the 1956 March, is about the historic Women's March to Pretoria, where 20,000 women stood against injustice, and the courage of a fictional woman named Nomsa, whose story reflects the strength of so many. I'll tell it with warmth and reflection, as if we're in a podcast studio, ensuring it's engaging and clear for those new to South Africa's history. For context, I was born in 1918 in Mvizo, South Africa. Apartheid, enforced from 1948, segregated people by race, stripping black South Africans and other non-whites of rights to vote, own land, or move freely. I joined the African National Congress Inc. to resist, but by 1964, I was serving a life sentence on Robben Island for sabotage, after peaceful protests faced violence, like the 1960 Sharpeville massacre, where 69 unarmed people were killed. This story, set in the 1950s, focus is on the women who rose before my imprisonment, showing the world that our struggle was carried by mothers, sisters, and daughters. Let's begin in 1956, when I was a lawyer and ANC leader in Johannesburg. The apartheid government tightened its grip with pass laws requiring black South Africans to carry passbooks, documents controlling where we could live or work. For women, this was a new cruelty, threatening their ability to care for families. The ANC Women's League, led by fierce spirits like Lillian Ngoyi and Helen Joseph, planned a march to Pretoria's Union Buildings, the seat of government, to protest. Enter Nomsa, a 30-year-old nurse from Sophiatown, a vibrant but doomed community soon to be bulldozed for whites. Nomsa, a single mother to a young daughter, Thandi, wasn't a politician, but her heart burned with defiance. On August 9, 1956, Nomsa joined 20,000 women, black, white, Indian, colored, gathering in Pretoria. She'd heard me speak at ANC rallies, calling for unity, and felt compelled to act. Leaving Thandi with her sister, Nomsa boarded a crowded bus from Johannesburg, clutching a petition signed by thousands, demanding the pass laws end. The women sang freedom songs, like What Hint Abafazi, What Hint Imbakodo, You Strike a Woman, You Strike a Rock. Nomsa's voice joined the chorus, her fear giving way to resolve. I was there, watching from the sidelines, barred from protesting due to my banning order, but my heart swelled seeing this sea of courage. At the Union Buildings, the women stood in silence for 30 minutes after delivering their petition to Prime Minister Strijdom's office refused to meet them. Nomsa, holding hands with a Zulu mother and an Indian teacher, felt the power of their unity. Police hovered, but the women's discipline held them at bay. That silence was louder than any shout, a statement that women would not be broken. Nomsa returned home, emboldened, and began organizing in Sophiatown, hiding ANC pamphlets in a nurse's bag, spreading word of the march. When police raided her home, suspecting her involvement, she stood firm, saying, "I'm a mother, not a criminal." They left, but her resolve grew. The march's impact rippled. It inspired resistance across South Africa, showing the world apartheid's cruelty. On Robben Island, years later, I heard of the women's bravery through new prisoners, lifting our spirits. Nomsa faced hardship. Sophiatown was razed in 1957, forcing her to Sophiatown. But she kept fighting, teaching Thandi to read banned ANC texts. By 1976, when the Soweto uprising erupted, Thandi, now a teenager, marched, carrying her mother's spirit. Nomsa's courage, like that of the 20,000, fueled our struggle. When I was released in 1990 and became president in 1994, I honored Women's Day, August 9, as a national holiday, thinking of women like Nomsa. This story, dear listeners, is about the unyielding spirit of women who turned pain into power. Nomsa's stand reflects Ubuntu, or shared humanity. If you face injustice, let her courage inspire you to rise, with others, unbowed, and lend power to the people.